it's Kayla, and today I'm going to be talking about my winter biannual bibliothon wrap-up. I failed this bibliothon so hard, and I know I am so late with this update, but yeah, let me explain. So not only, my stomach is going crazy. So not only did I fail during the bibliothon, afterwards I was such a procrastinator, I just became so busy. And then after I did all the busy things that I had to do, I had the urge to watch Gilmore Girls. And so now I'm invested in Gilmore Girls right now. I'm like in the middle of season 1 right now, and it's just consuming me right now. I have a question for everybody right now because I am genuinely curious what Netflix show is getting in the way of your reading, because Gilmore Girls is the most recent thing. In the past, it's been Buffy, it's been Lost, it's those which are my 2 favorite shows. It's been a bunch of things. It's been Stranger Things. Ha! Get it? But right now, I'm going back and forth. I'm watching Gilmore Girls. I am listening to the Delirium audiobook right now, randomly. I'm quite the multitasker, and now I'm filming, and I should be talking about what I'm filming right now. So let's just get into the video. For the Bibliothon, I did end up completing 4 books. They were just not the 4 books I originally intended on reading, and I only completed 4 out of the 7 reading challenges and 3 out of the 7 video challenges. So not too great, but I still tried. And I did participate in some of the Twitter sprints too, so that's something. The first book I completed during the first 2 days of the Bibliothon was More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. This book was so good, but damn, Adam sure knows how to rip your heart in two. I read this book actually in preparation for the History Is All You Left Me launch event, which I did end up attending, and it was such a fun time. I went with a bunch of my reader friends. I saw Emma again. I saw Kat from Cattastic and Michael from Michael Bookland. I'm actually going to have a video dedicated to the whole event. I vlogged a little bit on my phone, so you can look forward to that. But yes, I loved this book so much, and when I went to the event, I got it signed along with History Is All You Left Me. So there it is. This little Adam signed it. He said, "Kayla, sorry, not sorry," and that's related to what we talked about when I met him. But he's so sweet, and he said, "More happy reading, Adam," with a smiley face and a frowny face, and I love it. I love him. It's great. Yes, I finished this book in 2 days. It was kind of short, but I was really procrastinating a lot this time around. I don't recommend doing 2 readathons in a row because it really drains you. Because I did Holiday Booktubeathon, and then right after that I did the Winter Biannual Bibliothon, and I was just having a reading overload. Anyways, I also switched around some of the books that would be for specific challenges. So I did complete the challenge of Read a Diverse Book, which was the challenge I originally wanted to complete for this book specifically, but I didn't end up reading The Savage Song. I only read like the first chapter of it, and that was supposed to complete the challenges of Read a 2016 release and Read a book a booktuber recommended to you. Emma from Emma Books recommended The Savage Song, but she also recommended Me More Happy Than Not, so that completed this challenge of Read a book a booktuber recommended to you. So even though I didn't complete The Savage Song, I did end up completing that reading challenge with this book. Does that make sense? I'm trying to be like comprehensible and like, concise right now. It's not really working out, but yeah, this completed the challenges of Read a Diverse Book and Read a book a booktuber recommended to you. So yeah, that was this one. Over the next 3 days of the Bibliothon, I ended up reading and completing Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This book, oh my god, it blew me away. There was so much going on, and I feel like it was a 600-page book, so it was very long, but in my head I thought that it would take less time because it's a mixed media book to read, but actually I ended up just wanting to take my time with it and really understand it because there's so much going on in this story. I mean, this book takes place over the course of 7 months, so there's a lot to go on. But I love this book so much. Near the halfway point, I was kind of getting a little iffy with it because, not iffy, but apprehensive, because it started to get really scary, started freaking me out, started getting like freaking the AI Aiden wigging out, and I was reading this like halfway point at night, so I was very scared, but I powered through it, and it just kept getting better and better. And the ending, oh my god, the ending, I just love this book so much. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it's so good. I have to get Gemina ASAP. But yes, overall, this book was wonderful, and it also completed the challenges of read a book in a format you don't normally read, and read a book you were really excited about but never picked up. Again, this is a mixed media book, which I don't normally read. And I was really excited about it when it came out in 2015, and so I'm just so happy that I read it now. I do not regret it. Sci-fi is my favorite moving on. Alright, so this is where I get into the books that I wasn't intending on reading during the Bibliothon, but I ended up reading. So that also means that I didn't read A Court of Thorns and Roses. Again, I read the first chapter. It's just, after reading Illuminae, I feel like I couldn't go into another epic book like that, because I know The Savage Song and A Court of Thorns and Roses would be both epic books, and really I'd have to take my time with them, and it just wasn't working out. So I felt like I had to read something more light and fluffy, not necessarily fluffy, but you know, what do you think, contemporary. I actually randomly ended up listening to the Future of Us audiobook by Jay Asher and Carolyn Mackler. I really enjoyed this book. It was a very fast-paced read, especially in audiobook form. It was like 6.5 hours. I read it in a day. Since I didn't mention this book in my Bibliothon TBR, I'm going to tell you what it's about. It's about these two main characters, Emma and Josh, and they live in the year 1996. So this is when the internet was just starting and not a lot of people had it, not a lot of people knew how to use it. And the big thing was AOL. So the character Emma gets a brand new computer and she gets an AOL disk. She downloads it, and then what pops up on her screen is her Facebook page 15 years in the future. It's the title, The Future of Us, and so the story leads with her and her next door neighbor Josh, also former best friends. Something's happened with them, but from this event where she finds her Facebook page from the future, the two of them connect again and try to figure out just what to do with this new information they have. But it was a very light, fast-paced read. I loved it. I read 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher such a long time ago, and I loved it so much. I haven't read anything by Carolyn Mackler, but I liked her writing style from the chapters that we had with Emma. So overall, this was a quick, fun read. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The other two books I gave More Happy Than Not 4 stars and Illuminae 5 stars, if I didn't mention that before, on Goodreads. Goodreads is linked in the description below. Let's be friends. And the last book that I read wasn't really a actual novel, but it was the last book that came in the mail from my Christmas money. It was when I was in the middle of reading The Future of Us on day 5, I believe, of the Bibliothon, and that was An Illustrated History of Notable Shadow Hunters and Denizens of Downworld by Cassandra Clare, illustrated by Cassandra Jean. I love this book. Everybody I see that have it, is that English? When I see all the people that have this book, I'm so jealous and I wanted it, and I especially wanted the black hardcover edition, so I got it. It's beautiful. It's just so pretty, and everything I wanted. It's just lovely. Basically, it's just all the character bios of the Shadowhunter Chronicle characters thus far. It just has a bunch of short, informative things about each of the characters, including some things we might have not known before. I read this super quick, like in an hour. Yeah, it's just beautiful. I love Cassandra Jean's work all the time. I have the tarot cards that I won at the Custom Shadowhunter Academy signing that are also illustrated by her, and now I have this book, so just my Shadowhunter Chronicles collection keeps growing, and I'm so happy about it. But I loved this because it's not like a real novel. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, but I still really enjoyed it. It was just such a nice little side thing, like tidbit about the shadow world that's just nice to have on my shelf because it's just so pretty and I love it. And this was the last book I read for the Bibliothon. Yeah, so now as you see, I didn't really read much during the Bibliothon, but I tried completing challenges. Again, I didn't complete the challenge of read the group book, Stalking Jack the Ripper, because I didn't have time to get the book in time for the Bibliothon, and yeah, I failed, but I'm proud of my progress. And I'm proud of the videos I made too. As I said earlier, when I went to the History Is All You Left Me launch event, I ran into Emma again. So sweet as always. Hey Emma, love you. She told me all the hosts really enjoyed my videos, so that was pretty cool. So thanks to all the hosts who are watching. Thanks for hosting this Bibliothon. As always, to everybody who participates. It's always so fun doing readathons and just reading as a community. I love it. It's such a fun and innovative way to do it. I always say this, but it's just like so important to me. These Bibliothons are really when I get a lot of my reading done because I don't really have the opportunity as much during the school year. And I had an absolute blast talking to everybody on Twitter and on my YouTube page. Thank you to everybody who commented on my videos. I really appreciate it. And this time around, I will definitely be coming to you soon with a new video. You have no worries about that. I hope you all enjoyed my Winter Biannual Bibliothon wrap up, and I will see you sooner rather than later with a new video. Bye!